Our last season is winter, and it calls for a slightly heartier dish for a baby. This dish is called Baby's First Casserole, and it includes carrots, chicken, and sweet potatoes. Later on in the recipe, I need some boiling water, so I'm going to put on this tea kettle. And in this pot, I have a tablespoon of vegetable oil and 3/4 cup of carrots to start softening. The peel of the carrot is very nutritious, so I'm going to be leaving that on, but I have already scrubbed it. About 2 carrots that are small make 3/4 cup, and I just like to cut it in lengthwise and then into chunks. Now once the carrots have softened, which takes about 7 minutes, I'm going to add 1/4 pound of chicken. Chicken is a nice, mild meat, so it's not too strong. Babies don't like strong flavors. But you can substitute it with a different kind of meat. You want to make sure not to use a meat that is too stringy, because this can cause a choking hazard for older kids. So you want to cut it into about the same size pieces as the carrots. Once the chicken is added, it cooks for about 10 minutes until it is completely browned. When you're adding a meat to a vegetable mixture, this can only be stored for about 8 to 10 weeks in the freezer. So you just want to move it around, and the chicken will stick to the bottom of the pan, and you don't want to mess with it until the chicken releases by itself. And since I've been messing with raw meat, I'm going to wash my hands. The whole process of washing your hands should take about 20 seconds. But on average, when you tell children, they can sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear child. Happy birthday to you. And then you want to dry your hands completely. See, now my chicken moves without any trouble. So you want to just move it around so you can get all sides completely brown. Next, I'm going to peel my sweet potato. You can substitute sweet potato with regular potatoes, or you could also use a rutabaga or other root vegetable. The colors of the sweet potato and carrot make a very nice winter dish, and they both puree very nicely. And then you just want to cut it into about the same size pieces as the carrot and the chicken. After your chicken is completely browned, the sweet potato can be added. You just want to incorporate all the ingredients together. And then to this you add the boiling water just to cover all the ingredients. This will help cook the sweet potatoes, but you don't want to add too much. And this simmers for about 15 minutes. After it is done, this is how it looks. This can be served as is for a child, an older child, or it can be cooled and then pureed. This is how it looks pureed. A quarter cup of this has 40 calories, 3.5 grams protein, and 5.5 grams carbohydrates. And a quarter cup is an appropriate serving for an infant. As I said, it can be frozen in ice cube trays, and then once they are solid, it can be transferred to freezer-proof Ziploc baggies and put back in the freezer for up to 10 weeks. In conclusion, there are many recipes that can be made at home that can be used, that use economic and local ingredients. We were able to make a pureed English pea in spring, and then a frozen melon yogurt popsicle for the summer, and a vegetable and fruit puree out of butternut squash and apples, and then we just made this hearty winter meal. So there are simple ways to follow your calendar and use organic, economical ingredients. My sources were the First Meals by Annabelle Carmel and momtastic.com. Thank you. Are there any questions?